Hey, vinyl community, it's Dwayne Rock and Doc coming at you with another mail order video, this time for the month of May. Just some of the things that I got in May. First off is a few things I got from Ghost Highway Records out of Spain, I believe they're from. I got the Weird Dolls, and this is, I think, yes, I wasn't sure if it was self-titled or but it is Almost Unbreakable Toys, and they're a New York area band. This is their debut from 2024. They're kind of a stripped down, catchy rock and roll band with hint of glam. There's the back cover with the dolls, the little dolls. And speaking of dolls, they actually do a cover version of a Sylvain song that, of course, Sylvain is from the New York Dolls. And they also do an Indian and Hot Rod track on here. And unfortunately, it's got this insert, but all it is just the little band logo just reprinted over the whole thing. No actual pictures of the band or any other information, so that was kind of disappointing, but it's a really good album. I really like it. The Weird Dolls. And then I got another kind of glammy thing, band called Smooch. This is their A Force to Be Rocking With album. This is a German repress from 2024, of the debut album, which actually originally came out in 2022. There's the back cover with the glam boots, and these are a female fronted band from Australia that play kind of a stomping hard rock glam. Although the glam isn't as like what I read the write up about this album. I don't think it's as glammy as they made it out to be. It does have touches of glam, and even looking at them, you think they'd be a full on glam band, but like I said, it's more of a stomping hard rock with touches of glam. And it's like a mashup of the Runaways, Thunder Mother. We'll be seeing one of their albums shortly. And Girl School with a little touch of Kiss, maybe. Anyways, it's a really good album, even though it's not as glammy as they made it out to be. There's an insert inside with a little poster. And there's the insert. It's got a little box in each corner with pictures of each band member along with the lyrics. So that's Smooch, A Force to Be Rocking With. Then I got one from Australia, a band called Strip. This is their debut album, Ain't No Crime to Rock and Roll. It's another German reissue from 2024, and it's originally came out in 2022, and again, it's a female-fronted, high-energy, greasy rock and roll. That's what I call it, greasy rock and roll. Great artwork too. Love the artwork in this thing. Don't know if there's no, it's just a regular black sleeve. But if you're into bands like the Super Suckers and that kind of rock and roll, that's what I call greasy rock and roll, because it's It's hard rock with a rougher edge. If you're into bands like Super Suckers, Zeke, and the Helicopters, you would probably really like this band. And I believe they've got another album that they just released this year. So I'm keeping an eye out for that one. The Strip. And here's a band that I'd seen some people talk about it on other YouTube channels that really raved about this band and how good they were. So I finally decided to check them out myself. This is Speedways. The album's called Triple Platinum, and it's actually a 2024 compilation of tracks from their first 5 years of recording. And they're a power pop band from the UK, and they're a killer band. There's track listings on the back with some photos around the edges there. And yes, I agree with a lot of the other recommendations from other YouTube channels. Check this one out. And like I said, it's a comp album from the rest of their albums, so I'll have to try and track down some more of their other records. So that was it from. Oh no, it's not it. Almost did it again. Got a couple of singles. Got the brand new one from Electric Frankenstein. This just came out. Actually, my order was held up because it wasn't. I pre-ordered this, so they won't ship. If you order pre-order stuff with a regular order, they won't ship till they got it all together. So this was delayed for a while till this single came out. And like I said, it's brand new one, and they're a punk band. They're known as a punk band, but this one is more on the hard rock edge. It's still punky, but with a harder rock edge. And there's two versions of it, all limited edition numbered. There's the regular edition, and again, lots of the Electric Frankenstein covers always have great artwork. This one, I don't know if you can see it here. It's number 28 in the corner there. 28 out of 100. There's the track listing. That's the regular cover, and I ordered it as a bundle with the naughty cover. Hope I don't get in trouble for YouTube for showing that. No one. They come with these little flyers that show some of the new releases on Ghost Highway. And again, this one's numbered. This one's 26 out of 200. So there's both editions of brand new single from Electric Frankenstein, and I believe they're in the process right now of recording a new album, so I'm looking forward to that. Also got another single I got from Ghost Highway was the brand new one from Frank Meyer, and he's the guitarist from Street Walking Cheetahs, and he gets some help on this single from Eddie Spaghetti, bass player from the Super Suckers. The single's called Partners in Crime, and besides doing guitar work, Frank Myers does the vocals and plays the bass on side A, and on side B, which is a cover tune, Eddie Spaghetti plays bass and does the vocals. And the B-side is actually a cover of a Traveling Wilbury song written by Tom Petty and Bob Dylan. So that's it. That's the brand new one from Frank Mayer with Eddie Spaghetti. Partners in Crime, 7-inch single. Great stuff. Both of those singles are great. And they also sent, as a bonus, they included their latest poster. That's Ghost Highway. And then on the back, it's got pictures of a bunch of their latest releases. So that was it from Ghost Highway. I also got, I saw this guy, I think I saw him on Facebook. He was advertising for his new album, and they had a clip of one of the songs on there, and I really liked it. So this is again one of those ones where I went to order it directly from him, and it was cheap. And then, but you then had to add postage, which I believe was almost the same price as the album or a little bit more. So with the exchange and the postage, I probably would ended up paying like $60-70 for it, Canadian. And I went on Amazon, and I actually found it. It was like $25, and I'm a Prime member, so no shipping. But this is, his name's Ricky Byrd. The album's called New York City Made, and this is his fourth or fifth. It's his brand new one, anyways, from this year. Solo album. He's a New York City, obviously, a guitarist and vocalist. And he's a former guitarist with Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. So this is kind of a mixture of catchy power pop, a bit of 60s and 70s style pop, and he also does an instrumental track on the back. There's the track listing. An instrumental track called Rhapsody in Blues. One for Jeff. It's a tribute to Jeff Beck. And I believe that's the track I saw on his ad on Facebook. Anyways, it's a really good album. Again, he's the former guitarist from Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. His name is Ricky Byrd. Brand new album, just came out. NYC Made. Then another one that I got from Amazon, not on the same order. I got this one like weeks later, just for the simple fact is I had it in my not in my cart, but then I saved stuff for later. And when I first looked at this album, this is Thunder Mother. This is their brand new album from 2025. It's their 6th album. It was like almost $50. And it's just a single album. I figured, nah, I'll just save it for later. And it actually dropped down to like $29. So I jumped on it at $29. There's the back cover with the track listing. They're an all girl hard rock heavy metal band from Sweden, and this is apparently a brand new lineup, and I think the only remaining member from the original lineup is the guitar player. I could be wrong, but it's not. I don't think there's more than 1 or 2 of them that are from the old lineup. And there's an insert in here. Not a very good picture of the band. That's them on the bottom there. Lyric sheet. And then just another hard paper replica of the album cover. I guess maybe if you want to frame it and put it up on the wall or something. But anyways, Interesting thing about when I ordered it, and like I said, it was like $29. There was 8 left, and just almost immediately after I ordered it, it went to 7 left, and it jumped up from $29 to 43. So glad I got it when I did. That's Thunder Mother. They're brand new, and it's called Dirty and Divine. So that was it for my mail order stuff. I didn't get I was being kind of conservative in May. Try not to spend too much money. Anyways, I did make another trip to Edmonton. I had to go for take my wife to a doctor's appointment. So I'd actually, the last time I was in Edmonton, and you may remember from one of the previous videos I did on Record Store Day. I wasn't there on Record Store Day. I was there the day after. That's when I went for the Edmonton Record Fair. And there was 2 albums I was looking for Record Store Day. One which I did get was the Doors Picture Discs. The other was this one, the 13th Floor Elevators, the live album for Record Store Day. And I didn't get it when I was there for the Edmonton Record Fair, but I did. I went into one of the stores there, and I asked them if they could order it for me, and they said they'd give it a try. And sure enough, the day before I went this time for the doctor, the day before I went, they phoned me and said they got it in. So I went a little earlier than I normally go. I had to get up a little earlier, so I got to Edmonton a little earlier. So I could stop in at the store before I went to the doctor. And I looked around while I was there. I looked through their used section and found one other one that I mistakenly thought was priced at $10 because I wasn't wearing my glasses at the time. And I took it up to the counter with this one. This one I think was $55. Typical Record Store Day. Expensive. And then they said, oh, that's $96 or whatever it was. And I went, what? And they said, oh, well, that record's $40. And I said, oh, sorry. I don't want that one right now. Because I thought it said $10. So I guess it just goes to show that I should wear my glasses when I'm in looking at records. Anyways, like I said, this is the Record Store Day 2025 issue of this live album recorded in Houston in February 1967. It's the mono mix, and according to the hype, no, I read it somewhere. Oh, it's on the back, right there in the back. There's the track. It's sorry for the glare. It's still the shrink because I want to keep that hype sticker. But apparently, this was, as it says on the back, was originally intended to be the band's second album. And it doesn't say why it never was, but I think it could be because it's not a very good recording. It's pretty raw and rough, and that might have been the reason they didn't release it. I don't know, but I wouldn't recommend this to anybody as a starter album for the 13th Floor Elevators. It's still a good album, but unless you're willing to put up with the sound that's not really good, it's all right. It's better than bootleg quality, but like I said, it's still pretty rough, and in my opinion anyways. And Rocky Erickson's vocals are mixed up really high in the mix. That's the most you hear. The most thing that just pops out at you right away is his vocals, and everything is kind of buried in the background. But still a great album. Great great representation of them at the time in 1967. So now I have both the records that I was looking for in Record Store Day. And while I was there, I went to see a friend of mine because I saw him at the Edmonton Record Fair. He's one of the two guys that put it on, and he always has a bunch of his stuff there. And I was looking through his stuff, and I saw the very first Fat Mattress album, which I already owned, and I asked him if he had Fat Mattress 2, because I was looking for that one. And he said no, but I might have it at home. So he did let me know after the fair was over that he had it and asked me if I was interested. So I said, yeah, put it away, I want it. And then he, just before I went, like a week before I went to Edmonton this time around, he sent me another picture of something else that he thought I'd be interested in. So I said, yeah, I want that too. Anyways, I went to his place, and the doctor's appointment was later in the afternoon. And I went to his place. It took me like 40 minutes to drive to his place because I don't know if it's like a suburb of Edmonton. And, I spent some time there. We were yapping about records and shit. So I didn't get to go to any other record stores after. It was just getting too late. But anyways, when I was there, he had this one that he put away for me, Fat Mattress 2. And like it says, it's their second one. And this is in minty condition. And it's a band that's founded by Noel Redding, bassist from the Jimi Hendrix Experience. Although he plays guitar and vocals on their two albums. And this one was released in 1970. And apparently, there's the band on the back with the track listing. Apparently, they had him and the, I think the guitar player, it might have been the guitar player, had a falling out while they were recording this album. So he left in the middle of recording this album. So he only appears on like half the tracks on this album. And it's kind of a folky psych with a touch of prog rock. I didn't like this album as much as the first one. It's still a pretty good album, but like I said, I didn't like it as much as the first one. And with Noel Redding only being on half the tracks. And apparently they added some new members after he left and started recording a third album that they never finished. They just packed it in. So that's the second album from Fat Mattress. And I also got from my friend, whose name is Chris, by the way, is this one. And I originally thought this was actually Purple Hearts, the band Purple Hearts. But no, it's a compilation album. It's called Purple Hearts from Pastors Gone. And it's a double LP compilation. There's the track listing on the back. And it's a compilation of tracks from the 60s, more on the soul and R&B side of things. And apparently, I guess that's why there's pictures of guys riding scooters on the front and back, because that's the kind of music that appealed to the early mods. And I'll just read you a little bit here on the back. That's on the back. There's a little blurb here, but I'll just read you the last paragraph. It says, "Get your parkas, jump on your Lambrettas." I guess that's the name of the scooters. Pop a few blues and go way back to those sweaty, crazy nights in the unforgettable 60s. So there you have it, a comp called Purple Hearts from Pastors Gone. And if you've seen any of my other videos, You know how much I love compilations. So that's it. That's all the stuff I got in May. Um, I'm going back probably in a couple of weeks for another doctor's appointment in Edmonton, so we'll see what I come up with this time. Anyways, I hope you liked what you saw. If you do, hit the subscribe button, the like button, and the bell if you want to be notified of stuff I do in the future. Which is I'm working on, like, and I've said this, I've been saying this for a while, but I got something that I'm working on that hopefully I actually get down to doing. I've already started doing it. I just got to get it all together. Anyways, like I said, hope you liked what you saw, and we'll see you again next time. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you again in the final resting place.